YouTube. Today we are playing Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? If you consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Be a lever. Oh my goodness. I've always wanted to off a monarch via revolution. Silently continue, turn around and leave.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, screw it, let's kill the princess.
You make your way up
That's
the
the goal.
short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Interesting.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah. I don't need it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Why not?
Great job. You've given away
It's
the
funny.
element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk
Get
down
the
the
wrong
stairs
address.
and
You're
lock
not
eyes
here to
with the
slay me,
princess.
buddy. That's the
There's a
next
heavy
princess
chain around
next
her
door.
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were
What are you joking about?
coming
You're here
to
to kill me,
right?
right?
Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to look.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is some... You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Well,
You're here
isn't
to
that
slay the
nice?
princess,
Why
and you
don't I
won't
try
leave
breaking
until
down the
task is
door?
done.
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I don't see a mess.
I heard the
We're
door
just
slam.
chilling down here.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
Oh
tearing
my
through her limb
God.
with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way
What?
down here, but if there's a time to
Why
strike,
is she
it's
chewing
now.
off her arm?
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine.
We're gonna be a hero.
Against
We're a
your better
gentleman.
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through
Oh
the bone of her
my
arm.
goodness.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Oh man. Oh man.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
You got
Stop
some
it.
ugly
Stop trying
fingers,
to resist me.
golly.
I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into
Wow.
your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It
Wow.
is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic
GG's, chat.
The two
We're
of you
dead.
have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And then
It
we
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about
Four.
that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the
It
sort
would
of
only be
sacrifice
three because you have the
whole world for a
hero,
peck
the
on cheek.
smitten, and then I suppose us.
What can I say? A world
So it wouldn't
without
even be
love is a
four, it'd be
world that isn't
three.
worth saving.
And then the narrator's trying to kill the princess. I'm just gonna go to the cabin. I'm not having a yapping
warning
session with the
Before
narrator.
you go any further, she will lie. We already
Yep.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
For real. The spitting's all about the game.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can
hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's all right.
Silly.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
But what are you doing, silly Billy? You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Hold on, I gotta read over all these. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me here. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You are just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's
That
no
would
one
be
else.
really cool.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have
If
some
they had
horrid
like
little voice like him,
another game
always
from the
trying to
princess
drive her to
perspective,
violence.
that'd be kind of nutty. Yeah, why'd you
I'm
kill
sorry.
me?
Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Would that have
Isn't
made
that
you
just
happy?
like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Wow.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why
Through the
are
power
you
of
two
the
arguing over the
smitten, we could do
logistics of
whatever we
slipping
want.
her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Well, I couldn't even if I wanted
No.
to.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free.
I'll leave her
But you're not
alone.
trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on
I
our
kind of
side?
want to try this, but with a second go.
What do we do now?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his
Love in
heart.
his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want you to tell me what
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Uh-oh. The music changed.
I just want to make you happy.
Uh-oh.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Uh-oh. This is scary.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she getting more and more 2D?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
That's interesting. Or I could keep questioning her, but you need your own thing.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh, man.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh, no.
No! She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's just a print. Yeah.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Doodle Bob, what are you doing, man? I'm not very pretty. I'm at the cabin. Apparently.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am
Stop.
solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Y'all got a toaster?
Because that's what he was going to get you for Christmas. That's it.
It's a game.
Oh, so like an interactive.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a reflecting pool of desire.
Oh, what is that?
She will make for a
Oh,
quiet
man.
river.
Charlie.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Man, that just had to fall perfectly in between the couch. Oh,
Wagyu beef.
cool.
It's sweeter.
Pretty sure it's just fattier, but okay. No, Bubba, you're not getting the Wagyu. Should I attack the entity? Screw it.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. There's nowhere for you to be but here. Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, how do I go do that?
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, nice. So I couldn't kill myself, but she could kill me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a... You're here to slay her.
Hmm. Hmm.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path again. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're... And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Playing a game.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a... You're here to slay her. Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though. It's extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing. Forever. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Sheriff, how you this burrito?
Go for it.
Is that from today?
Yeah. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. Hi. I don't know, man. Probably working or something. If I had to guess. It doesn't bring more gifts.
You're on a path in the woods. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Go where? Not really.
Well, Jenna, what's your favorite color?
Okay.
Oh, he said okay, so she must be the favorite.
Okay.
What's your
Jenna chilled out. She had kids.
favorite? Excuses for her, that's a yes.
She did, though. Like, she's not psycho anymore. She grew up.
I mean, I wouldn't say completely, not completely psycho.
She was a psycho.
I would say she's not completely psycho.
She was a nut. She was nutty.
I've known her since she was born, bro. I know. She bullied me before she bullied you. We were kids. She's 4 or 5 years younger than me. And still tried to bully me. I know how she is. Healthy's there.
Alright, love you guys.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless,
Love you
let
more.
me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which
You
to view
boys
this
going
situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Screw it, let's just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Do we take the blade? Yeah, let's
You
take
take the
it.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Well,
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light. Her voice carries up the stair.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
you know what? She's right. We should have brought the blicky.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yeah, screw it. Why not?
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
I'm gonna get like judo flipped and
You
like,
feel flesh
oh
easily give way
crap!
and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh shit!
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes.
What do you mean?
Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her
I'm
face.
scared.
But is it over?
Oh no.
Really over?
I don't know what to pick. I feel like if I pick either one's like, oh yeah, of course she's dead, then it's gonna come back and get me, or she's for real deadsies. Or if I say, of course not, that's too easy, she comes back anyways. Or maybe she's just dead.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's
Okay.
nothing hidden up there.
Alright. Can we leave?
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I wouldn't do
I
it.
really
We
don't
should
think
just
you should
leave.
do that. And why
I
shouldn't we?
agree.
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Should we remove the blade? Or should we just believe him?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just
exactly.
leave.
It's
She
over.
dead. Woo!
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the
Oh,
greater
man.
good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Oh
You
my
open the
god!
cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from
I was so
certain
ready
doom.
for her to be like, ah! And like,
Only
get
a
us.
world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush
What?
forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Wait. Is this my prize? This is great. Thank you so much. Wait, this is my prize? This sucks. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Yeah, this is
What's done is
bullshit.
done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time.
What
This
the
is what's
hell?
best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
Fuck.
You hear that?
Damn
It wants to
it.
take this
We gotta kill
happiness away
ourselves.
from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade
Buddy,
and use
I'm not
it.
just gonna be happy because
Don't
you
you
told me to be
dare.
happy. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's
Thank
get
you.
the hell out of here.
I made this happy little place for you. Is
You
this not a good
didn't
enough
make
reward
shit
for saving
for
the
me.
world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
You fucking
Whatever.
angry.
For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Fucking
Princess's body is
asshole.
dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first had.
Oh shit. She dead. Maybe we should have took the
Pick up
knife
blade,
out
you
already.
stab yourself, and you die.
Huh, I guess she was dead.
The end.
Nice
Nice
knowing
knowing
you. Well, the Spectre. Inspector Gadget!
You're on a path in the.
Oh,
You're
shut the
here
fuck
to-
up. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now! I'm wise to your tricks!
What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
No,
If it doesn't
no,
know
no,
what happened, then
motherfucker.
maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time.
Wow.
We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really
I
is
love
the
that
second
this
time
game
we've
has a
met,
narrator
or at
and I
least
don't
a
have to
version.
fucking voice all these damn lines.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened
My throat
because
be
you
like
didn't
gone
listen
by
to me.
now.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, we never got to
What do you
see
mean?
what it
Of
did.
course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, had you
It's not
found it doesn't
hypothetical,
matter because we
bitch.
did. Just stay focused, will you?
Let's just go to the damn cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She won't
Yeah,
be a
shut up.
problem.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Okay, guys, this video is catching up to an hour. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.